Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon, but oh, methinks, how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers, my desire.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow, now bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Oh, then we shall stir up the Athenian youth to merriment, awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth, turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp.
Theseus, you wooed me with thy sword and won my love, doing me injury, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. Good Theseus, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysandra. This one hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysandra, thou hast by moonlight at her window sung with cunning. Hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. Be it so. She will not here before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death.
What say you, Hermia? Ye advise, fair maid, to you your father should be as a god. Demetrius is quite worthy of your hand.
So is Lysandra.
In herself, she is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat you, sir, to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, but I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me. In this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth, examine well your blood.
For if you yield not to your father's choice, you must either die the death or live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that master so their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage.
But earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which, withering on the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord and lady, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto this gentleman, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause.
And by the next new moon upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to beg for a austerity in single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia. And Lysandra, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysandra! True, he hath my love, and what is mine my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius!
I am, my lord and lady, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes are in every way as fairly ranked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius, and which is more than all these boasts can be. I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Neither's daughter Helena, and won her soul, and she, sweet lady, an inconstant man.
I must confess I've heard so much. Demetrius, come, come. Aegeus, you shall both go with us. For you, fair Hermia.
Look you, arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will.
Or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate to death, or to a vow of single life. Come, my Apollo. What's cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along.
With duty and desire we follow you.
Oh, now, my love. Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Be like for want of rain, will check well between them from the tempest of my eyes.
I mean, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth. But either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
or else misgrafted in respect of years,
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged to young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
And if there were sympathy and choice, war, death, sickness did lay siege to it, making it swift as a shadow, short as any dream.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our child patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, for fancy's followers.
A good persuasion.
Therefore, hear me, Hermia.
I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only child. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee? Into that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena, there will I stay for thee.
My good Lysandra, I swear to thee, by Cupid's strongest bow, by that which knitteth souls and prospers loves, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow, truly, will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Oh, look, here comes... Oh, Helena!
Oh, Godspeed, fair Helena! Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear, sickness is catching. Oh, were favor so, yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye, your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue, sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysandra and myself shall fly this place.
Helen, to you our minds we will reveal. Through Athens' gates have we devised to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds, were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysandra and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysandra. We must starve our sight from lover's food tomorrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helen, adieu,
As you on him, Demetrius dote on you. How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. Therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense, but herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again. Oh. And back again.
Best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll of every man's name, which is thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Patsequence, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
I don't really know what that is.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Patsequence, call forth the actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as
Sorry. Let me. Sorry.
answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the Weaver.
Ready? Name what part I'm for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a
A
tyrant?
lover that kills himself, most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I shall move storms. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish fates. This was lofty. Now name the rest of the players.
Francis Flute, the bellows bender.
Here, Patsequence.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, Faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Oh, Pyramus, my lover dear, thy Thisbe dear, and thy lady dear.
No, you must play Pyramus. Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Patsequence.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother.
The mother.
The mother. My Myself, Thisbe's father, Snug the joiner. You the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitting. Yes?
I do the lion's part written. Pray let it be given me, for I'm slow of study.
You may do it extemporary, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly that he would fright the Duchess and the ladies that they would shriek. And that were enough to hang us all.
I tell you, friends, I shall aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gentle as any sucking dove. I will roar you as 'twere any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus. Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see on a summer's day, a most lovely, gentlemanlike man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it.
Masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to come them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the Palace Wood, a mile without the town by moonlight. There, we will rehearse, for if we meet in the city, we will be dogged with company and our devices known. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet. There we shall rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains. Be perfect.
Adieu.
How now, spirit? Whither wander you?
I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. Farewell, thou love of spirit, I'll be gone. Our queen and all our elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell and wrath, because that she is her attendant, hath that lovely child stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And jealous Oberon would have that child knight of his train to trace the forest wild. But she, perforce, withholds the loved one, crowns it with flowers, and swears to share with none. And now they never meet, in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen. But they do swear that all their elves, for fear, creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape in making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow? Are not you he that frightens the maidens with tricks that bear a charm, mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm? Those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet pop. You do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speak'st aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I, a fat and bean-fed horse, beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometime for 3-foot stool, mistaketh me. Then slip I from her bum, down topples she, and Taylor cries, and falls into a cough. And then the whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and waxen in their mirth, will sneeze and swear a merrier hour was never wasted there. But room, fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon? Various skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. Why art thou here, but that forsooth Hippolyta, your buzzkin mistress and your warrior love, to Theseus must be wedded, and you've come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania? Glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus.
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the wind has sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land have every pelting river made so proud they have overborne their continents. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is now with him or carol blessed. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger washes all the air. And through this distemperature we see the seasons alter. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries. And the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg that changeling child to join my forces.
Set thy heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. Its mother was a votress of mine order, and in the spiced Indian air by night, full often hath she gossiped by my side, her womb enriched with my young child. But she, being mortal, of that one did die. And for her sake do I rear up her child, and for her sake I will not part with it.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day, if you will patiently dance in our realms and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your heart.
Give me that child, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
My gentle puck, come hither. Thou rememberest, we heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, when certain stars shot madly from their spheres, to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
There was a time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. He loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 1,000 hearts. Yet mark thy where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love in idleness. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from of her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her child to me. But who comes here? I am invisible. And I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not! Where is Lysander? Thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood, and here am I, and wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you, I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more! I am your spaniel! And Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me then as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you.
Ow!
What worser place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night in the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I'm not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company. For you, in my respect, are all the world. Then how can it be said that I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee, and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. The dove pursues the griffin.
Go!
The mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger.
No!
Bootless speed! When cowardice pursues and valor flies!
No! I will not stay like Hushit!
Let me go!
No! No! For if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye! The temple, the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fine, Demetrius! I'll follow you and make a heaven of hell to die upon the hand I love so well!
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Welcome, wanderer. Hast thou the flower there?
Aye, there it is.
I prithee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where ox lips and the nodding violet grow. There sleeps Titania sometime of the night, low in these flowers with dances and delight. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it. Seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint the eyes. Thou shalt know them both by the Athenian garments they have on. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come now a roundel and a fairy song. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices, and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, horny hedgehogs, be not seen you, roots and blind worms, do no wrong. Come not near the queen. Fill them with melody, sing my sweet
Hence away. All is well, all aloof. Stand sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it lynx or cat or bear, hard or boar with bristled hair. In thine eye that shall appear, when thou wakest it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Oh, fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. To speak truth, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of day.
Be it so, Lysandra. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one trove.
Nay, good Lysandra, for my sake, my dear, lie further off, yet do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny. In lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysandra riddles very prettily. Ah! Now much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysandra lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation, as may well be said, becomes a virtuous lover and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, say I. And then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all her rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force in stirring love. Night and silence. Who is here? Weeds of Athens she do wear. And here, another sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep her seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay! Will thou kill me, sweet Demetrius?
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou, darkling, leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I'm out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, no, I am as ugly as a bear. For beasts that meet me run away for fear. Therefore no marvel though Demetrius do, as a monster, fly my presence thus! But who is here? Lysandra? On the ground? Dead? Or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysandra, if you live, good friend, awake. Run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where's Demetrius? Oh, how fit a a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysandra. Say not so.
What? Though he loved your Hermia? Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you, and be content. Content with Hermia? No! I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who will not change a raven for a dove? My will is by my reason hereby swayed, and reason says, you are the worthier maid. Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo, but fare you well. Perforce, I must confess, I thought you one of more true gentleness. That a lady of one man refused, should of a lady therefore be abused. She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysandra near. For as the surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. Or as the heresies that men do leave are hated most by those they did deceive. So thou, my surfeit, and my heresy, of all be hated the most of me, and all my power address your love and might, to honor Helen, and to be her knight!
Help me, Lysandra, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast! Ay me! Pity! What a dream was here! Lysandra, look how I do quake with fear! Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysandra? What, removed? Lysandra? Love? What, out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word. Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves! I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you, I'll find immediately!
Are we all met?
Perhaps. And here's a marvelous convenient place for a rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage. This hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke.
Consequence.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword and kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By our Lakin, a parlous fear.
I believe we should leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And, for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue. Yes.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves. To bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. You're afraid of lions, aren't you? There is not a more fearful wildfowl than a lion living. We ought to look to it.
Yes.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he's not a lion.
Nay.
Nay.
You must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through, saying thus, or to the same defect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble. My life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men. And there indeed, let him name his name, and tell them plainly that he is Snug the Joiner.
I am Snug. The Joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there is two hard things. That is, to bring the moonlight into a chamber for Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight. Yes.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar! A calendar! Look in the almanac! Find out moonshine! Find out moonshine!
Did you bring your
Maybe
almanac?
bring it out.
Yes! It does shine that night.
Why, then,
Thank you.
may you leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open and let the moon shine in at the casement.
Aye. Or one must come in with a bush of thorns, a lanthorn, and a dove, and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine.
Brilliant! Brilliant.
Moonshine.
Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, do talk through a chink of the wall. Yes.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall. And let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall. And let him hold his fingers thus. And through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son and woman's parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that crate, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What, a play tour? I'll be an auditor, an actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak! Pyramus, Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of Odious savors sweet.
Odors.
So,
Odors.
odors savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice! Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, marry, must you? For you must understand, he goes but to see a noise he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white and full of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky, juvenile and eke.
Most lovely Jew?
As truest horse that yet would never tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus tomb, man. What? You must not speak that yet, that you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once. Cues it up. Pyramus! Enter! Your cue is past. It is never tire.
As truest horse that yet would never
If
tire.
I were fair, Thisbe, I were only
Your horses! Brave masters! Fly masters!
I'll follow you! I'll lead you about, around, through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound, a hog, a headless bear, sometime a fire, and neigh, and bark, and grunt, and roar, and burn, like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
Why did they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed.
What do I see on me?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Bless me, Bottom!
Bless me!
Bottom! Thou art translated!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they would. But I will not stir from this place, do what they will. I will walk up and down here, and I shall sing, that they shall hear that I'm not afraid. The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
Whose note full many a man doth mark, and dares not answer.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. My ear is much enamored of thy note. So is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtue's force, her force doth move me on first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbors will not make them friends. Nay, I can upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so, neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I had enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flower doth sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, moat, and mustard seed.
Ready.
And
I.
Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire more acquaintance, good Mistress Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman.
Peas blossom.
Good Master Peas Blossom. I pray you, introduce me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peas Cod, your father. Good Master Peas Blossom, I shall desire more acquaintance too. Your name, honest gentleman.
Mustard seed.
Good Monsieur Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. I promise you your kindred hath made my eyes water ere now. I shall desire your more acquaintance, good Monsieur Mustard Seed. Your name, most honorable sir. Good Master Moat, I pray you stay within my sight. For you are small of size, and I would be loath to miss the huge volume of your company.
Come, wait upon him. Take him with me now. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue, bring him silently.
How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in low, near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour. A crew of patches, lewd mechanicals that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick-skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him at disadvantage take an ass's knoll, I fix it on his head. Anon, his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. So, at his sight, away his fellows fly, and at our stamp, your oar in oar one falls. He murder cries, and help from Athens calls. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenians' eyes with the love juice, as I did bid thee do?
I took them sleeping, that is finished too, as they did lie together side by side, that when they waked, a force she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the one, but not this the other.
Why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysandra in her sleep, being o'ershoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. Oh, the sun was not so true unto the day as she to me. Would she have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? It cannot be, but thou hast murdered her. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim?
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysandra? Where is she? Oh, good Demetrius, wilt thou give her me?
I had rather give her carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog, out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden patience! Hast thou slain her then? Henceforth be never numbered among men. Oh, once tell true even for my sake.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysandra's blood, nor is she dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that she is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether she be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein! Here, therefore, for a while, I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow. For debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which now, in some slight measure, it will pay, if for his tender here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou fine. All fancy sick is she, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. by some illusion, see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go. Look how I go, swifter than arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye. Flower of this purple dye, hipped with Cupid's archery, sinked in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here in hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once woo one? That must needs be sport alone, and those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Your vows to her and me put in two scales will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind. Now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena! Oh, goddess, nymph, perfect divine! To what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show thy lips! Those kissing cherries! Tempting grow when thou hold'st up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this impress of pure light, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you were all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do, but must join in souls to mock me too? You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena.
Hey!
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia. This you know, I know. And here, with all goodwill and all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you up my part. And yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysandra, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest-wise sojourn, and now to Helen is a home returned. There to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide it dear. Look! Where thy look comes, yonder is thy dear.
Thou art not by mine eye, Lysandra found. Mine ear, I think it brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Or why should she stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysandra from my side?
Lysandra's love, they will not let her bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all the fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Do not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo! She is one of this confederacy.
Now I perceive you conjoined all three.
To fashion this false sport in spite of me is all the counsel that we two have shared.
The sisters' vows. Oh, is all forgot. All school days friendship, childhood innocence. We grew together, like to a double cherry, seeming parted, but a union in precision. Two lovely berries molded on one stem, so with two seeming bodies but one heart. And will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with them in scorning your poor friend? 'Tis not friendly, 'tis not maidenly.
Our sex, as well as I, may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not, it seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysandra, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess,
Goddess.
nymph,
Nymph.
divine and rare,
Divine and rare.
precious, celestial,
Precious celestial!
wherefore stands he this to her he pays? And wherefore doth Lysandra deny your love, so rich within her soul, and tender me forsooth affection, by your setting on, by your consent?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do! Counterfeit sad looks, they mouth upon me when I turn my back. Wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy. Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena. Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreats. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee for my life, I do! Oh!
I swear I love thee more than she can do.
Oh. If thou say so, withdraw. And prove it too.
Quick, come. Oh.
Lysandra, where to tends all this?
Oh, hang off, thou cat! Vile thing, let loose! Or I'll shake thee from me like a serpent!
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this sweet love?
Thy love! Out, tawny tartar, out! Out! Loathed medicine, hated potion, hence!
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you. Demetrius, I'll keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I could see that we could not hold you on that trust your word.
Oh! What? Should I hurt her? Destroy her? Kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her soul!
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me! Wherefore? Tell me what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysandra? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid in earnest, shall I say?
Aye, by my life, and never desired to see thee more. Therefore, be out of question, of hope, of doubt, be certain nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee, and love Helena.
Oh, me. You juggler! You canker blossom, you thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from her?
Fine of faith, have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness?
Oh.
Fie, fie, you counterfeit! You puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Aye. That way goes the game. Now, I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with her. And are you grown so high in her esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak, how low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach into thine eyes!
Let her not strike me! You perhaps may think because she is something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower? Hark again!
Do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that. In love unto Demetrius, I told him of yourself into this wood. He followed you. For love, I followed him. And now, so you will let me quiet go, to Athens will I bear my folly back and follow you no further.
Why, get you gone! Who is it that hinders you?
Foolish heart that I leave you behind.
What, with Lysandra?
With Demetrius! Be not
though you take her part.
She's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school. And though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again?
You!
Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her!
Ah! Get you gone, you dwarf! You minimus of hindering, not grass maid! You bead! You acorn!
You are too officious in her behalf, that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena, take not her part.
Well, now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right, thine or mine, is most in Helena.
Oh, follow. Nay, I'll go with thee. Cheek by jowl. By jowl!
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, nor longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed, and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else commits thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know them by the Athenian garments they had on? And so far blameless proves my enterprise, that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far am I glad it so did sort. For this, their jangling, I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. I, therefore, Robin, overcast the night, and lead these testy rivals so astray, as one come not within another's way, to lower their brows, death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden lays and fatty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysandra's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with her might, and make her eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. Whilst we in this affair are reconciled, I'll to my queen and beg her changeling child, and then I will her charmed eye release from monster's view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger.
Haste. Make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere day. 2, 3, 4.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down.
You are feared in field and town, Goblin, lead them up and down.
I am feared in field and town, Goblin, lead them up and down.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou, now!
Here, villain, drawn and ready, where art thou?
I'll be with thee straight!
Follow me then to plainer ground. Lysandra! Speak again! Thou runaway, thou coward, speak! Art thou fled? Some bush, where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward! What? Art thou bragging to the stars, telling bushes that thou lookst for war and wilt not come? Come, recreant! Come, thou child!
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here!
Oh, he goes before me and still dares me on! I come where he calls, then he is gone! The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. Then fallen am I, in dark uneven way. And here will rest we. Come, thou gentle day. If but once thou show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite!
Ho ho ho, coward! Why comest thou not? Find me if thou darest! For while I want thou runs before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Here am I. Follow here.
Nay, thou mockst me. Thou shalt buy this deer, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way! Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited!
Weary night, so long and tedious night. Abate thy hours, shine comforts from the east. In sleep, that sometimes shuts up the sorrow's eye, steal me a while for mine own company.
Yet but 3. Come, one more. 2 plus 2 will make up 4. Good, you can add. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe. Bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars, I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heavens, shield Lysandra if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eyes, gentle lovers, remedy. When thou wakest, let love forbid. When thou wakest, thou takes true delight in the sight of thy former lover's eye. And a country proverb known, everyone should take their own. In your waking shall be shown. Jack will have Jill, Jill will have Jill. Naught shall go ill, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair, large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready.
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Mistress Cobweb?
Ready.
Mistress Cobweb, get you your weapons in your hands and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And good mistress, bring me the honey bag. And good mistress, have a care the honey bag break not. I would be loath to have you overflown with a honey bag. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready? What is your will?
Nothing, but to help Peas Blossom to scratch. I must to the barber's, good monsieur. For methinks I'm marvelous hairy about the face, and I'm such a tender ass. If my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What? Wilt not hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat?
I could munch your good, dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I had rather have a handful or two of your dried peas. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come about me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in mine arms. Fairies be gone, be always away. So good night with lullaby.
So good night.
So doth the woodbine, sweet honeysuckle gently entwist. The female ivy so enrings the barky finger of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. For meeting her of late behind the wood, I then did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me. And now I have the child, and will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he awaking may think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower have such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass!
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Robin, take off his head.
Now when thou wakes, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Puck, music! Come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity.
My fairy king, attend and mark, for I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the night shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night, that I sleeping here was found, with these mortals on the ground.
Now our observation is performed, and since we have the voward of the day, my love will hear the music of my hounds. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top, where we will mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
For never did I hear such gallant chiding. For besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, every region near seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred of the Spartan kind. Oh, but soft! What nymphs are these, my lord?
This is my daughter here asleep. And this Lysandra. This Demetrius is, and this Helena. Old Nita's Helena. I wonder if this been here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent came here in grace of our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is not this the day which Hermia is to give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Good morrow, friends! St. Valentine's is past. Begin these wood birds, but a couple now.
Pardon, my lord and lady.
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord of the world that hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half sleep, half waking, but as yet I swear I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly I would speak. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone of Athens, where we might, without the peril of Athenian law.
Enough! Enough, my lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon our head. They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife, and me of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their self, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I, in fury, hither followed them. Fair Helena, in fancy following me. Lord and lady, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is. My love to Hermia melted as the snow, and all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed, ere I saw Hermia, but like in sickness did I loathe this food, but as in health, come to my natural taste. Now, I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discord we more will hear anon. Aegeus, we will overbear your will.
For in the temple, by and by, with us shall these lovers eternally be knit. And since the morning now is something worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside.
Away with us to Athens. 3 and 3 will hold a feast in great solemnity.
Come, my Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable, like far-off mountains turning into clouds.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye, when everything seems double.
So methinks. And I found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta, and he did bid us follow him to the temple.
Why then, we are awake. Let's follow him. And, by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me. I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey! Oh! Consequence! Salute! Snug! Starveling! God's my life. Stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was... There's no man can tell what. Methought I was... Methought I had... But man is but a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard. The ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Patsy Quince to write a ballad of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream. Because it hath no bottom. And I shall sing it at the latter end of a play before the Duke.
Is he come home?
He cannot be heard of. Out doubt he is transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
No, he hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person, and he is a very paramour for a sweet boy.
Oh, you must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters! The Duke is coming from the temple, and there's 2 or 3 couples more married.
Oh, sweet bully bottom! Thus hath he lost 6 pence a day during his life. He cannot escape 6 pence a day. And the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged! He would have deserved it! 6 pence a day in Pyramus. Or nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts? Masters, I am to discord wonders. But ask me not what, for if I tell you I am no true Athenian, I will tell you everything.
Let us hear, sweet bottom.
Not a word of me. All I will tell you is that the Duke has dined. Get your apparel together, meet presently at the palace, and every man look o'er his part. For the short and the long of it is, our play is preferred! In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, let the walls stand tall, and let not him that plays the lion's part pare his nails, for they shall hang out for the lion's claw. And most dear actors eat no onions, nor garlic. We are to utter sweet breaths, and I do not doubt but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy.
No more questions. Follow me.
'Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold. That's the madman. The lover, all is frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a furrowed brow. The poet's eye, in a fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven, and as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name. Such tricks have strong imaginations that if they could but apprehend some joy, they comprehend the bringer of that joy. Or in the night, imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed to bear.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancy's images, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth.
Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your heart.
But come, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and our bedtime? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of this torturing hour?
There's a brief. Your sports are ripe. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The Battle of the Centaurs, sung by an Athenian eunuch with a harp.
No, well, none of that.
A riot of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage.
No, that is an old device.
A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth.
Merry and tragical. Tedious and brief. That is hot ice and wondrous swarthy snow.
How shall we find the concord of this discord?
Play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play, but by 10 words, my lord, it is too long. Which makes it tedious. For in all the play there's not one word apt, one player fitted. And tragical, my noble lords, it is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water, but more merry tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-working folk that live in Athens here, which never labored in the theater till now.
Oh. And we will hear it!
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I've heard it over, and it is nothing. Nothing in the world.
We shall hear this play. For never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in and take your places, friends.
I would love not to see wretchedness o'ercharged and duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kinder way to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake. And what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes it in might, not merit. Love, therefore, and tongue-tied simplicity, in least speaks most in my capacity.
So please, your grace.
Woo!
The prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill that you should think. We come not to offend, but with goodwill to show. Our simple skill, that is, the true beginning of our end, consider that we come, but in despite, we do not come as minding to contest you, our true intent is. All for your delight, we are not here, that you should hear. Repent you, the actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This one doth not stand upon points.
She hath read her prologue like a rough colt. She knows not to stop.
She hath played her prologue like a child on a recorder. A sound, but not in cover.
Her speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired but all disordered. Who's next?
Gentles perchance who wonder at this show, but wonder on, till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you will know. This beauteous lady, his This man, with long and rough cast off is an wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through walls chink poor souls they are, content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder than myself. With lanthorn, dog, and bush of thorn presenteth moonshine. For, if you will know by moonshine, did these lovers think? No scorn, to meet at 9:02, there, to woo, this grisly beast, which lieth, like my name, their trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did steer away, or rather did affright, and, as she fled her mantle, she did follow fire, vile with bloody doth been stained, and on comes Pyramus, sweet youth, and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat with blade, with blameful, bloody blade, he bravely broke his boiling, bloody breast, and Thisbe, turning in mulberry shape, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers, twain, and well, here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord. One lion may what many asses do.
In this same interlude, it doth befall that I, one starveling by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole, or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often, very secretly. This alone, this rough cast and this stone doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so. This the cranny is, right and sinister. Through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
You desire lime and hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard this court.
Pyramus draws near.
Oh, a grim looking night. Oh, a night with hue so black. Oh, night, whichever art, when day is not. Oh, night, alack, I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, oh wall, oh sweet, oh lovely a wall, which stands between her father's ground and mine. Thou wall, thou sweet, oh lovely a wall, show me thy chink to blink through with my nine. Thanks, courteous wall. Job, shield thee well for this. But what seen ein? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, to whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me. Deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now. I am to spy her through the wall. We shall see. It will fall pat, as I told you. Yonder, here she comes.
Oh, wall, full. Oh, wall, full often hast thou heard my moans. For parting my fair Pyramus and me, my cherry lips have often kissed thy stones. Thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe, oh Thisbe.
My love, thou art my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace, and like a lamander am I trusty still.
And I like hell until the fates me kill.
Not Shephelus to Procus was so true.
As Shephelus to Procus I to you.
Ah, kiss me to the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straight away?
Ninny's tomb!
Wilt thou at Nina's tomb meet me straight away?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I wall. My part discharged so, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
That is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You, ladies!
You lady Jews, that knowledge to be the smallest monsters, master creature, form and apple, gentle speak, treble here, one line, rough mouth, mason, throw that know that I slung the joiner, I'm a lion, fell, nor so lion the emperor if I should have lion come and drive me to this place for pity on my life.
Very gentle beast of a good God. The very best of the beasts that e'er I saw.
The lion is a very fox for his valor.
True, and a goose for his discretion.
Let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn, doth the horned moon present myself? The man in the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lanthorn. How else is the man in the moon?
I'm a-weary of this moon which she would change.
And yet, in courtesy, in all reason, we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon.
All I have to say is to tell you that this lanthorn is the moon. I, the man in the moon, this thornbush my thornbush, and this dog my dog.
Well, then all these should be in the lanthorn, for all these are in the moon.
But silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Ninny's tomb!
This is old Nina's tomb. Where is my love?
Well roared, lion!
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon!
Surely the moon shines with a good grace.
Well moused, lion!
And the lions vanish.
And then came Pyramus.
Sweet the moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, a moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious, golden, glittering gleams, I trust to take up throughest Thisbe's sight. Here am I at Ninny's tomb. Here am I at some tomb. But stay, O spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be, oh dainty duck, oh dear, thy mental... Thy mantle good, what stained with blood? Approach ye, Fury's fellow, fates, come, thread and thrum, quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Be true, my heart. I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lions frame? Since a lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is... which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound, out, sword, and wound the pap of Pyramus' eye, that left pap with a heart that hop. Thus die I, and thus... and thus... and thus... and thus... and thus...
Oh!
and thus... and thus... and thus... And thus, now am I dead. Now have I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die I. Die. 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 Die.
He is dead.
Die! 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 Die!
He is nothing.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes! Then her passion ends the play.
Methinks you should not use a long passage for Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
Asleep, my love? Dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus! Arise! Speak! Speak! Quite dumb? Dead? Dead. These, my lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. Are gone. Lovers, make moan. His eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore, since you have shore with shears his thread of silk. Tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade, my breast imbrue. And farewell, friends. Thus, Thisbe ends. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
The moon and lion are left to bury the dead?
Wall, too. No, in truth, sir. The wall is down that parted their fathers. Will it please you to see an epilogue?
No! For your play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when the players are all dead, there needs none to be blamed. He was very notably discharged. But come, the dance, and let your epilogue alone. iron tongue of midnight hath told 12 lovers. Bed 'tis almost fairy time. A fortnight hold we this solemnity in nightly revels and new jollity. Sweet friends, to bed.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task fordone. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night, that the graves, all gaping wide, every one lets forth his sprite in the churchway paths to glide, and we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now are frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give gathering light, by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
First rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, will you sing and bless this place?
Now until the break of day, this house each fairy's reign. To the best bride that will we, which by us shall blessed be, and the issue that we ever shall be fortune made. So shall all the couples agree, ever true and loving be. Trip away, make no stay, trip away, make no stay, trip away, make no stay.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck now to scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
Thank you.